you believe that here in Badagry, there was a time when human lives were traded for bottles of gin, umbrellas, and even mirrors? Can you believe that men, women, and children were shackled like animals, torn from their families, and sold into a lifetime of unimaginable suffering? Brace yourselves, as this is a story that touches the soul and leaves an indelible mark on the heart. The journey began at the Mobee Royal Family Museum, a solemn repository of the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade. As I walked through the door, a chill ran down my spine, for I knew I was stepping into a space that bore witness to one of humanity's darkest chapters. Inside, the weight of history became palpable. The first display that caught my eye was a collection of the very chains used to shackle enslaved Africans. These iron restraints, heavy and rusted with time, once bound the wrists, ankles, and necks of men, women, and children. Imagine the weight, not just physical, but emotional. I stood before a massive bowl, a witness to unimaginable suffering. This bowl once held water, but not for quenching thirst in a human way. Chained slaves, hundreds at a time, were forced to crouch like animals, their hands bound to their legs, desperate to drink as they were allowed to drink water once a day. Their only option was to lower their mouths to the water. In their frantic struggle, injuries were common, and blood often mixed into the water they shared. As I stood there, the guide began to demonstrate something that broke my heart into pieces. She showed me how enslaved children, even tiny, innocent babies, were brutally handcuffed and ripped away from their mothers. The sight was unbearable, even as a demonstration. She then went on to explain another horrifying practice. Enslaved individuals had their upper and lower lips forcefully pierced. An iron bar was shoved through their mouths and a padlock was used to seal it shut. The purpose? To silence them, preventing them from speaking to one another, and even worse, to stop them from eating. Seeing this sight, I could barely hold back my tears. The cruelty was unimaginable. Standing there, witnessing this demonstration, I could almost feel the weight of their pain, the suffocating silence they were forced to endure. It was as if the air itself grew heavier with the echoes of their suffering. The guide led us to another chilling artifact, the branding iron. This tool, heated in fire, was used to mark enslaved people with the initials of their owners, branding them like livestock. I stared at it, imagining the searing pain, the screams, and the scars, both physical and emotional, that it left behind. Each mark was a cruel declaration that these people were no longer seen as human, but as property to be bought, sold, and controlled. The Mobee Royal Family Museum isn't just a place to display artifacts, it's a space for reflection, a space to confront the uncomfortable truths of our history. Sitting here, I felt a wave of emotions: anger at the greed that fueled the trade, sorrow for the lives lost, and a deep respect for the resilience of those who survived. As I was leaving the Mobee Royal Family Museum, my heart felt heavy. I thought about the millions of souls who passed through places like this, enduring pain and humiliation that we can scarcely comprehend today. Their spirits seemed to linger, not in torment, but as a reminder of the cost of inhumanity and the price of greed. But this is just the beginning of our journey through Badagry's harrowing past. Join me in the next part as we step into the Cherokee Williams Abbas Barracoon and confront the reality of what it meant to be shackled, confined, and stripped of humanity. Thanks for watching. Bye!